I want to talk to you today about people of color, and I want you to try and not get triggered because the people of which I'm going to speak start with a B and an L, and of course, I'm talking about the blue people. And no, I'm not talking about this guy who concocted a supplement that contained colloidal silver which turned him irreversibly blue. I guess you could call him a self-made Cerillionaire. No, I'm talking about actual blue people, the Blue Fugates of Kentucky. No, I'm not making this up or coming off some type of acid trip. There was actually a group of people born blue. This dates back to 1820 when a French orphan named Martin Fugate was granted a parcel of land along Troublesome Creek in eastern Kentucky. He was described as having an indigo complexion. He married Elizabeth Smith, a fair-skinned redhead, and the two of them produced 7 children, 3 of them fair like their mother, and 4 of them blue, just like Dad. Over the next 2 centuries, these descendants of Martin Fugate would intermarry within their small community, creating a small minority of blue people often referred to as the Blue Fugates of Kentucky. Unfortunately, as with many minorities, the Blue Fugates were looked down on, mocked, regarded superstitiously as being products of the devil. They existed for many years under this veil of shame in backwoods seclusion for something they clearly had no control of. No one had any idea as to why these people appeared blue until 1960, when a hematologist named Madison Cowan took an interest in their condition. After exploring many different theories, Cowan arrived at a diagnosis that the Fugates suffered from methemoglobinemia, a rare form of anemia. This meant that the Fugates lacked the enzyme that turned the methemoglobin, the blue blood we see in the back of our hands, back into the oxygen-rich, bright red hemoglobin. Cowan came up with a therapy to fix the Fugates using a crafty little application of physics. He injected them with a substance that acted as an electron donor, turning the Fugates back to pink before his very eyes. And you'd probably never guess in a million years what that substance was, so I'm going to tell you. Blue dye. And by taking methylene blue dye tablets on a daily basis, the Blue Fugates were no longer blue. Personally, I'm so glad that a tiny group of people in the Kentucky backwoods are all cured of their problem, while 40% of the male population is still bald and waiting. Come on, chop chop, let's go!